Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the StarLadder Minor, the best of 5 qualifier game for the SA region. NoPing Esports versus FURIA. God, I almost choked on that one. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our wonderful game after a game number 1 of Spectre going ham. Cookie Grandma still being in the game, Enchantress not being banned and being picked up themselves. We see this background in game number 2. The first ban out immediately is going to be the Enchantress. It's a very straightforward ban. They saw it in the last game and they're like, okay, we screwed up. Let's not do this again, because Enchantress in the lane, that was hell, and they don't want to deal with that ever again. They'll ban out to the Void Spirit as well. It's just another very common ban right now. But the big question is, are they going to ban Cookie Grandma? Or are they going to let FURIA pick it up? They have 2 minutes and 7 seconds to decide if they want to ban the Cookie Grandma. But will they ban the Cookie Grandma? That's what we're all waiting on. That's the last second they banned the StarLadder, so they think Cookie Grandma was not their problem. And Batrider was left open. I saw this. We saw this literally last series, as well as the first game of the South American region yesterday. Batrider, really a friggin' good hero. They will take Batrider any day over Cookie Grandma. FURIA, they have an opportunity to take Snapfire themselves, but will they take it is the question. Probably, because it's still moderately good against the Batrider, but they might want to go for some purging heroes. And this might end up being the first pick Oracle. If not that, then maybe the Abaddon. But I'm pretty sure FURIA do have a mean Legion Commander player. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just pick a support and then they pick up their Legion right now. Or Abaddon. But it looks like they're going to take the Slark again. And they're going to take the Beastmaster. So they're not going to go for any purging heroes. They're grabbing their safe laner right now. They're grabbing their off laner right now. And NoPing, they're like, let's contest this with a Chen. Let's get the boys out and ready to go. Meet Chen and the boys at 1 a.m. in the morning, ready for Dota. That's going to be the big one right there. I like to see Chen. It's actually usually banned out first phase in NA bracket, and here we are in the SA bracket. It wasn't banned last game, and they didn't pick it up this time, but now it's not banned this time, and they do pick it up. It's still moderately good against the Beastmaster, because you could steal the Beastmaster creeps. It's a great way to just put down the boar. Make sure that it's not going to happen. You could technically steal the bird if you want to, but obviously you can't control the bird. But you still get a free bird. Who doesn't like free birds? And then the slow is pretty good against the Slark too, as well as the amp damage. Although most people usually don't end up going for that. It's the relocation ability that comes with the Divine Favor from Chen that people end up favoring quite a lot instead of the other lineups as well. Puck going to be banned out immediately. They don't want that position for Puck back in the game. And FURIA are going to ban the Spectre. Double respect bans overall, but the fact that that Puck actually made it through the first set of pick phases, moderately interesting. Oh, by the way, they also banned out the Life Stealer, which is another very common ban, usually in the second phase, but they just don't want FURIA to have any of their good signature heroes. RDO is not going to end up getting that Seeker, and they're not going to end up getting that Lifestealer. Even though I'm sure that they would want to run it themselves, but it's clear that NoPing have a big flexibility pool of heroes that they could go for here. Now, the other thing is that since FURIA ended up picking up one of their cores in the offlaner early, unless they run a 4 Beastmaster, they still have both of their supports wide open for picks. And some supports nowadays are just insanely better than just running any sort of safe laner or any sort of early picking supports. Because right now, FURIA, if they wanted to, they could technically go for the Grimstroke Lich combo if they wanted. Get the double Chain Frost coming out from the Grimstroke ultimate with the double silence as well. Stroke of Fate's really good in the lane, especially against the Chen. Chen's always going to be stacking with those creeps almost all the time. Looks like Huskar is going to be the last ban out, though, from NoPing. They don't think it's going to be the Grimstroke lineup. They think this will be the 4 Beastmaster as well. Or they're just banning out some very specific heroes that's going to be bad against their draft coming up around the corner. All right, let's just go ahead and do that again. There you go, buddy. Enjoy that timeout. FURIA, I guess it's still the same story, though, for the side of NoPing. They have no real idea of what they're going to go for. They banned the Abaddon themselves, which I find moderately interesting. But because it's a great purge versus the Bat Rider. But I think they might just want to go for some more sustain. Abaddon's pretty good in this game as well, though. Get the silence out from the Slark if you end up getting to the 4th stack, though. Without Slark just going to go ahead and pop Dark Pact, it'd be a different story. But chasing down the Beastmaster, any sort of slow, Beastmaster it's funny. Beastmaster uses the boars to slow people, but if he himself is slow, there's no real way he can escape. He doesn't build Force Staffs. He might build Blink Daggers, does do Shadow Blades every now and again, but not a big surprise that ban being out. But yeah, he just gets susceptible to slow. They're not going to leave Snapfire open, though. FURIA will go ahead and take it themselves. Like, you don't want Mortimer to run around freely in this game, and this probably would already be a very free game to run around in. Look at how big Snapfire is in comparison to literally everybody else, though. Like, Mortimer is just gigantic. Takes up literally the whole middle screen there. But you know what? That's a real cute boy. And cute boys are good in my book because look at how handsome that man is. Yeah, look at him go. Look at him lick his eyeball. That's real weird. But anyway, yeah, look at that happy boy. He's happy to be here, licking his eyeball. At least I think that's what he's doing. That looks like what he's doing. Yeah, that's definitely what he's doing. But anyway, very nice pick overall. It negates the big old overall Chen project. And now we see Mars being picked up here. Believe it or not, actually, Mars being banned out in the first phase of today. I think it's just because NoPing have a really good Mars player. And you know what? I like Mars. Look at that big boy. Look at that big boy. Yeah, you're a cute boy. What a good boy. Just don't understand why you're licking your eye. But anyway, it's a great game for a Mars. Not really much Stark can really get away from here. I don't think you can leap out of it, but I know for a fact that Beastmaster gets caught in there. He's just dead. Snapfire, I don't think you could cookie over the arena anymore. I think for a little while you were able to cookie out of arena like you were for Connect Field. Well, no, because you're airborne, and Mars's programming is if the unit is airborne, then it can get out. So this also works with Tusk Punch, Torrent. If like you force staff the unit out of the arena on accident, then he's out of there. Bat Rider can fly out of it. Winter Wyvern can fly out of it, and I wouldn't be surprised to actually FURIA take Winter Wyvern here, but that means they're running 2 very light supports. You can run a Force Snapfire though. The mechanism's not bad. We saw the Guardian Greaves go out at the very end of the game last game. And FURIA could run the same draft that they wanted to. That's probably what they're thinking. If like, what 4 support do we want to run, or do we just want to pick up our mid laner right now? Void Spirit banned out, which is a very common mid laner right now. We're gonna see the Grimstroke still. All right. So we're gonna get double roar. That's really about the best you could go for here. But even then, Grimstroke's toolkit. Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Grimstroke's toolkit is actually pretty good in this game. It's going to be great. Drop the silence immediately out on the Bat Rider. The follow-up suit-up stun. Going to be playing with the Slark almost the whole entire time. It's going to be the only real problem in this game. And FURIA, the Slark is probably the most farm-needed hero in this game. And I don't think FURIA can afford running... I wonder if they're going to end up running the Meepo in this game. I don't think there's that much of great room for him, but both Snap and Grimstroke being picked up, light supports that don't need great amount of farm. Beastmaster needs a moderate amount of farm, and then Slark just needs farm in general. We saw it in the last game. He never came online. Rickamaru, the boy, the man, the weird-looking dude with the plan. He's a goat, man. He's going to keep going, and I had no other things I could say with that one. But Ricky, really nice pickup overall. This might be a deny pick as well, but I really like this Ricky in this one because they've been banning the Ricky against the Slark almost every single time. But this time Ricky got through. The smoke is extremely good on the Slark because, you know, you're just silenced. You can't Dark Pact a cloud, basically. That cloud will always be there. Can't force staff him out with it either because you could just smoke you could smoke the Snapfire. OD gets banned out immediately, though. I think Furia are still a little bit okay with the fact that the Riki was picked up. They might have a super secret plan coming up, but I don't know what mid they're going to end up running that could end up contesting this Riki in the later game. I think Riki has a free game right now. This is just like, there's two very squishy supports. Beastmaster's maybe the only one that's not really pick-offable, and then the Stark. As soon as the Riki gets Diffusal over the Stark, that's just it. The Riki's just going to bip him down every single time. And the Riki has, I don't know if he has a higher agility gain, but he benefits more from agility because of backstab. From his passive. It's not backstab anymore. But yeah, there's just two really squishy supports. Snapfire is always going to be in the back, so they're going to have it to where they rotate in. They ban out the Viper, and it's going to be a Mig Magnus. Mig Magnus. Oh boy, the plan with the cleaving, the man with the cleaving plan. I like the Magnus here. It's a big, big overall showing of that they're not really afraid of whatever they're going to run here. They're so confident that if they run a mid hero that's going to end up running up in that line, it's not going to be much of a problem. Hang on, I got a phone call I actually have to take.
Templar Assassin. Choose your hero.
I just realized that the mic was not unmuted. But that with it being said, I like the TA pickup at the last pickup here. I don't really know if it's going to work that well against Costable in this situation, but I don't think this will be the big one. I don't know if TA is going to win in the case here, but there's not enough instance damage to kind of burst down the TA. The Magnus doesn't really provide a lot of instance damage. He kind of just exists and right-clicks. I don't know. This mid might be a little bit better than previous. But I think it's still, I like the Mars. That's just my big problem here, is that Mars is actually good in this game. He's really, really good in this game. He's still good against the Grimstroke as well. Of course, you land the silence while he's in the pit. But it's a really good lineup overall, I'd say. I don't quite know what they're really going to do here. I guess it's just Murdoch has to go like Blink Dagger instantly, because if Tavo can easily get the Mars Arena, then that's golden. Not to mention, by the way, if Hiko still had, if they did not pick up the Snapfire would be on this team right now, because this is a 4 Bat Rider. They could have ran the Snapfire, made it a core instead, and that would have been the case there, but not this time. Not this time. You see the pause going out immediately. Everyone's gonna throw out all their chat lines instantly. Chat line after chat line. All right, there we go. Looks like we're good on the chat line department. Anyway, looks like.
Oh, I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
Somebody think that the stream was bad? Didn't see that. That's a really bad joke, according to the chat. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gents, to the game 2, NoPing versus FURIA. NoPing with game number 1 lead, and we have a Mars in the game. Big fan of Mars. Has a very, very high win rate in the open closed qualifiers, as well as the opens, obviously, because people were probably running Mars during the opens anyway. But Mars, big boy. Big boy. He's also got probably the weirdest textures you could see. It doesn't really help that he's like jumping up and down, moving left and right, but like his arms like ripple for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. Now you can see it. His left arm is like rippling. So weird. I'm still like very surprised there has yet to be a big item for Mars, but I think it's because Mars is just a moderately hard hero to make a set for. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to make a shield, and you're going to make a spear, probably make a helmet, and just a skirt, because that chest plate is huge. He's got to hide that big old man belly of his. Anyway, it looks like they're trying to contest for this rune down in the bot here, but looks like they will get it. NoPing. They actually get a 4-man rune grab. Wait, no, they didn't. One of them got to... Oh, never mind. They got 3. It's 3-1. Pretty straightforward on that, so never mind. But still, 3 runes early in the game. There's the sorry already being thrown out there. It's like, how could you not get the other rune? But anyway, it's still going to be a 3-1 rune grab. It's going to be Murdoch versus 4DR in the mid. Ah. Gotcha. Okay, I got what my dad was calling for. Apparently, our sinks are clogged. The drain lines for the kitchen and laundry room are clogged. Do not do laundry or use those sinks or run the run the dishwasher. That's the hardest part. How do you not run your dishwasher? You wash your dishes by hand. Yeah? What's up? Because I'm well aware the sink is clogged. Thank you. I'm well aware. Anyway, looks like the lanes are going well. Kind of all right for the time being. Murdoch having a significant advantage over 4DR. Not in the CS department, actually. Can't keep on saying net worth, but it's literally impossible to understand what the net worth is at because it's just no point in the... Oh, sideblade kill. Almost. 4DR, this is the problem, all right? You're running a hard melee hero against one of the few heroes that can just technically, quote-unquote, pierce to end up killing your opponent. Costable. Down in bottom here, they're trying to go for the kill on Sexy Fat here, and they do get him. Tricks of the trade. All right, hang on. I got all those BM tips being thrown out there. Not at all surprised. See that one. I'm gonna... Okay. Did what I needed to do there. Anyway, they do get the first blood. Easy pickings for that one. It's the funny thing about Ricky, all right, is that you can actually cast Tricks of the Trade at a range. It's pretty much like trying to play the puck. You can cast the puck ability, and it has a range to the puck ability cast point. Much like the Ricky does. So, interesting spell. Great mechanics. Dota 2. Play game, win game, have fun. Don't die. Looks like Murdoch, though, going to be trying to kill off 4DR still. See, this is the big issues. 4DR can't do anything until he has 3 bracers. It's not going to end up going 3 bracers in this game. It's going to be a real bad idea if he does. But still, again, NoPing leading in the CS in the opposing lanes. We see that the off lane is 18-5 to the opposing 16-4 of the Beastmaster. They got some Lago coming out there. Big old Lago. All right, looks like we're good to go. Just that one quick second in there. One quick second of Lago. Might be because they're spamming a bunch of emotes on their heroes, but who knows? So they are on the Brazil or BZ. I don't know. They're on Brazil servers in the mid. Murdoch is trying to dive BR. Thank you. That's what it is. They're trying to dive 4DR here, but it's just you don't really want to dive the Magnus, but at the same time, Magnus is very, very killable. Now he's not. He's popped another Salve. Dire dropped the scan. They find nobody on the low ground, so Tholiker will go ahead and take this outpost. Down in the bot, though, we do see a potential kill going out here. Cleaning up the trees. Sexy Fat tried... Oh, God. Trying to get the kill on Cospel here, but Hiko ended up being the only trade here. But Cospel, low HP. He has a blink charge available. He will go ahead and blink to the creep wave, but now he has no mana for Tricks of the Trade. He might just be dead here. He's not dead. He got the regen out from Divine Favor. He's gonna, oh my god, they clip a courier. And they pause immediately. They're like, they're still lagging. God, I had a little bit of one of those baby burps. Oh, God, they hurt. It's like all toxic too, and it just. Anyway, still going back to our mid. If there is lagging. All right, we're getting all the full chat lines coming out here. The disconnects as well. Looks like FURIA still having a bit of a lag issue here. But we are playing on BR servers, so it's not the end of the world. I imagine it's still their local pastime server anyway. Anyway, all the time. That's like the third most said word. The other one would be ham. I love ham. It's so good. Oh, yeah, now we can see the ripples on the Mars. All right, look at this. Look at his... Oh, is he in the middle of a spear animation, or is he just going for the... I think he's just going for a right click. But, like, turn around and look at his back. Like, his backside. You can see the ripples on his arm right there. Just look at that weird animation. The hair makes sense. The hair is perfectly fine. But, like, his arms have this, like, leathery animation to it. It's just a... It's weird. He's not a fish. But his ripples make him look like he's a fish. Exactly. Anyway. Looks like we're still getting some couple pauses going out here. I wonder if he's not going to actually spear him. You'd see the square have the animation there. So yeah, what would you be able to make for this Mars, I guess? You'd probably, cosmetics-wise, I think it's like the chest, the skirt, the headpiece, the shield, and the spear. And maybe the shoulder, but I think the shoulder should just be part of the chest. That's probably the go-to one you want to run there. All right, looks like FURIA are good. Stop talking about possible cut. Oh, I guess I could just click the observe button. It's armor, legs, weapon, and offhand. Don't really think that's great.
I saw that ending from miles away.
All right, anyway. Back into the game here. Not too much happening still. That pause. Hopefully it will resolve their problems here, but NoPing still leading the kill marker. But the other problem is that 4DR is not leading in the mid lane department. He is actually leading in the mid lane department. I'm completely wrong. He is 23-8 to 19-4. I think there's been more denies on the range creep, but back up in the bot lane, they do still manage to get the kill on the Chen. They did rotate Duster here. They want the tri lane to make sure that these kills happen a little bit more frequently. And now they're just going to be rotating the Mars out. I don't think they're going to try and lane it, though. It's not permanent. RDO actually did get speared to the tree line there, but purged it off literally the second he got skewered with Dark Pact. It's very passive laning now. I just don't think RDO is going to be solo here, because Tavo could just annihilate the man. And I guess they just want to run a sacrificial tri lane at this point. I just don't think that's the play. That being said, that is when they got the kill on the Chen. There's this random bird here, just being a bird. There he goes. There goes the bird. There he goes. Dead bird. And now we see Thorlicker is going to rotate from the top down to the bot now. They're going to try lane the tri lane. And I guess they're fine sacrificing their Stark for this. I mean, I guess Mars is actually a little bit weak to the Stark because Stark has just continual stat steal. But I don't think that you want to do this because Mars will have Soul Ring soon if he doesn't already. Looks like he's going to get the phase boots first and he's going to just pocket some clarities for the time being. But, okay, actually, no. RDO just goes in the jungle. That's the way they're going to solve this problem. And it's actually going to be a dual lane in the mid for the time being. Thorlicker hanging around trying to see if they can get the jump on the TA, but the TA is actually going to come in behind him now. I think Murdoch sees him. Don't know what that tip is for. Yeah, Murdoch definitely sees him now because got hit by the sticky napalm. Back down on bot, though. Nothing really happening so far, actually. I thought there could have been a kill here, but going for the spec and penitence early. Get the bonus attack speed against the targets. You steal the boar now, too, so that's actually really good. How often... Okay, so he gets Holy Persuasion as a 15-second cooldown. How often do boars come down? 42 seconds. He'll steal the boar every single time. Because look at how effective this boar is being already. It's really good. Bonus damage as well. But anyway, NoPing will take the first tower. They're still leading in the overall advantage here. 52-10 with 43-4. And some of that CS being the TA being in the jungle. That's the big problem. The 40R has been in the lane the whole entire game. Yeah, jumping over to net worth, it's actually still the Mars leading the top at 3.4. He's solo farming up in the top lane. Then it's the 40R in the mid is Magnus at 3.2. Then you got your Ricky at 3,000. They're trying to catch out Murdoch here. They have the skewer. There is an RP available, and I think they'll use it, especially since Duster's here now. There will be a stun, though, but I think Murdoch is slowly going to burn away anyway. And like I would say, you always trade your support for this. And yeah, I'd trade that support any day. And not to mention, Tavo gets the top tower in the meantime. NoPing are playing with a crazy advantage already. The Echo Saber is going to be built up for 40R so quick.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like he's going to TP back to the mid lane here. He doesn't want to hang around too long, but down in the bot here, Constable chasing down Sexy Fat because he's got speed, he's got haste. He wants to click him down in your face. Tavo comes in. They didn't even need the arena. And it looks like, yeah, they still have the arena. That's the big thing, too. All they have to really do is just catch out Hiko here. They throw out the cocktail. Will break the stun. It still manages to land, technically, but Spear comes out. Spear to the tree. For 1 second, Gospel will get the kill. It's 5-2. It's 8 minutes in. This game is already looking much like game number 1. Except now it's NoPing leading early game right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure NoPing were leading early game too. I'm thinking about the first series of the day. That's what I'm thinking about right now. You know, it's funny. You don't even need to spec Bulwark as Mars anymore. He's just so strong with all of his other spells. Just stealing creeps. Putting down creeps on the towers here. Batrider still trying to get level 6. Just hanging around 40R as much as possible to try and get that part moving. 40R does have a skewer, though. The trap is going to be deployed in the mid just to do more creep stunting later. Possible, though. It's one-on-one. Does see the Slark, but doesn't really want to fight him. Goes Invis, because, you know, that's his ability. Going Invis. His hair is black fire. Yeah, I don't really know. Don't think that one's the play, chat. Don't think that one's the play. RDO, he's going to pop his ultimate here. Thorlicker can't quite get him. No ultimate available just quite yet, but back in the mid, we do see that they do manage to get KJ, as well as his enchanted creep. So they finally get a kill. It's actually not even a bad kill either, because Chen's been also technically free farming. He's almost got this mechanism. Back down in the bot, though, they are going to have an outpost fight here. Tavo does have his arena. He pushes Sexy Fat. They want to get this arena on somebody good, but they don't even need to. They still got the outpost back, and they cap it back just in time in the top lane. Actually, no, not just in time. They still managed to get the XP, so 150 for everybody, either way. Oh, like Amaterasu. Okay, that makes sense. But I don't think I want to put that in my head. Amaterasu is special. Special boy. Anyway, special boy just like good old Mortimer. That took up almost the whole entire screen during the drafting phase. Look at that lizard go. See, here's the thing, all right? People are going to make sets for Snapfire, and it's going to be a different mount. I will never switch off of Mortimer. He is the cutest boy. Sorry, Ezalor, your mount's not good enough. Back up in the top. We're trying to go for RDO here, but can't quite get him. Tricks of the Trade was used offensively in the first phase, so they're not going to end up getting him around the second time, but back in the mid. 40R, Hiko. Thinking about getting a jump there with the cookie, but it's not going to find it. The range is moderately bad still. It's 450. It is a 4-staff, but it's just, ugh. It's hard to land those spells. They know that there's a TA trap or at least something up on this hill here. 40R just, God, he is so farmed. He's top of the net worth at 5.5k. He's got the Echo Saber. He's a scary boy. He hasn't even used RP a single time yet. And, like, his presence alone is just scaring the whole entire map. Following that, you know, it's 5.1 on the Mars, and he is 200 away from Blink Dagger. This Blink Dagger coming online this early, getting those initiations, that's going to scare the crap out of everybody. And you know what? I mean, like, what? It's level 6 on the Grimstroke. I mean, the supports are practically the same. The Batrider 7 and Snapfire is literally an inch from 7. Looks like who? Oh, an Arcane Rune. I think you picked this up on Tavo here, and you walk down to this bot lane, but it looks like they're going to put it on 40R here. He doesn't have a bottle. But having the cooldown for the RP, by the way, 40R also going to go for his Blink Dagger now. They see that the Arcane's on him in this lane here, but it's just the Mars. He's got his Blink Dagger coming in right now. What are we looking at our TA items anyway? He's going to still try to go for the Desolator here. It's 1,000 gold away from completion. The question is, do you complete it or you go Blink Dagger? I think you complete it. You want to get that extra damage right now, especially since Cosple has yet to really come online. But it looks like FURIA are going to smoke up. They want to see if they can catch anybody bottom. The only person that they could catch would be the Bat Rider, who's under the tower as well. But it's not like it's hard to dive a tier 1 tower, which is probably what they're going to do. But it looks like they're going to take the outpost first. RDO yet to be even remotely close to his defusal. Thorlicker spending a little bit too much time in the lane, but now disengaging. They don't see where the rest of FURIA is, and this is showing in the fact that they're allowed to click on the top tower here, and they drop a scan. And Thorlicker is like, I'm out of here. But that's not even their scan. The Dire dropped the scan thinking that the Bat was still here, but he TP'd away. They saw him in the mid with this Observer Ward here, being in the mid lane, so they know he's not there. They'll trade the tower, but you just traded a tier 1 tower, which, by the way, is still taking you a long time to kill, for a tier 2 tower in the top lane, as well as some necessary aggression for the tier 2 in the mid. .40R is going to be slowed up by a TA trap here. Trying to think the TA is around, but it's just not going to find anything. They break a sentry. They also expend their fortification for their bot tower, which is now going to die. But again, you still traded a tier 1 tower for your tier 2 in the top and necessary aggression on the tier 2 in the mid. Not to mention there's a chance you can go for Hiko here, but he does have the cookie. He'll jump up to the high ground. He's got the salve up as well, and NoPing. There's 6-3. They got 7k net worth. The Blink Dagger is up on Tavo. And what? How are we on the Blink Dagger on Magnus? Oh my god, he's so close. This tower will probably get it if he gets the last hit. But they want to give it to Cosple. Cosple has his defusal plate, by the way. He didn't really talk too much about the Ricky. But he's at 6.5 now. He's under the net worth of the Mars with the Blink Dagger, but still 6.5k. And he hasn't really been in too many fights. He's 3-1, so he's been in a total... Actually, he's been in plenty of fights. He's literally a good 80% of their kills right now. They do manage to get a kill on the TA in the mid, back in the bot as well. They are going to end up trying to go for Sexy Fat, but they can't quite get it. But still, they got that one kill, and they could get this kill on the Cookie Grandma. Hiko comes in. The RP is available. They drop it first off immediately. Drop the leash with the double silence. They will at least get KJ, and 4DR can't skewer out. He's got nothing to skewer with. Silenced up again, and he's just dead here. They're trying to buy time, though. Bring it over to Cosple. Cosple comes back in. He can't quite get the jump on RDO. The Bat Rider comes in. They get the lasso. They don't need it, though. Duster just going to die to right clicks. Mars comes in, though. He does manage to find this poor beast bastard. He's skewered to the wall. He's dead. They get 4 kills. Of course, they lose the Magnus, but the Magnus was alive for most of those kills. We see the gold not really being in a big change. Still plus 300 for the side of NoPing. And this also includes the fact that the heroes are dead. They can't farm on the map. They can't get the bounty runes. They lost their bot outpost. Did they end up getting any of these bounty runes? No, Cosple picked up one. The Slark actually did get one, but looks like it's just, yeah, they can't get any of the bounty runes. It's just a 3-1 pickup. But, you know, it's 70 gold each player. They're not going to get them. Cosple, we don't really see too many fights coming out from him. He's 4-0-2 right now. 6 kills. He is 60%. Because that's how math works. Tavo, Blink Dagger available. 40R, his Blink Dagger is available. There's no RP nor Arena, but both of these items are very, very low cooldown. They drop the roar immediately on Magnus, but it's not going to be enough. The Snapfire ultimate didn't come out quick enough. There's going to be Alicia immediately. Tavo does go down, though, in the backlines to Murdoch, and Duster breaks an Observer Ward. They do manage to get Cosple, though, and they actually clean it up. They got him, though. They force the buyback out from Tavo. There's no Arena. KJ is going to end up going down here, and they will lose 3 heroes from this. Plus the buyback. Oh my gosh, yeah, that gold change from the fight recap is actually insane. That's a lot of money. And they're going to go into Roche, maybe. They can't, actually. There's a dominated Chen creep in here. The only thing this Ogre is actually achieving is just being in this pit right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah. Well, with this one fight alone, though, Murdoch showing off that Desolator, now has the Blink Dagger as well. It's the first fight with that. It's 8.5k. This was pointed out by my observer, by the way. I'm not going to steal credit from him. And we do see the first kill afterwards, but they find a 3-man or 4-man RP. It's huge! It's doing so much damage. They got 4 kills from this RP. The Beastmaster's the only one who escaped. The tips are going out. They're like, good friggin' job. XD, OMG, easy pickings, and they're going straight for this Roshan. They know they can't really go for a tower, especially since the only tower available they could go for is bottom, so they're going to clean up this big old Roche baby, and they're going to kick him down. They kill off the bird, too, so they know that there was a bird in here, but they can't do anything to contest this. This Roshan is dead. The TA trap goes down. Maybe to try and steal the gold, but they're not going to end up getting the steal. There's an arcane rune outside the pit. This is a Magnus pickup, but I don't think it'll be up by the time this arcane will be up by the time RP is. But that was absolutely insane. That was a 4-man RP, and that's what 4DR are wanting. The 4DR are wanting these big man RPs with the multi-man fights. You drop the arena, there's no chance for anybody to escape. And then on top of that, it's just he cleaves so hard with Empower since he gets double the bonus. Like, Empower gives Magnus 2 times the bonus, and that just does so much damage. That's why you go for that Echo Saber. He literally is a PA, basically, with a DT. I don't know why I used PA for that, but basically he's a guy with a DT rune.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Furia. They're not smoked up, but they are around. But it looks like they're not going to try to go for anything super crazy at the moment. Imp Claw is actually found by the Magnus. It's got the Pupil's Gift and an Imp Claw. Looks like he'll give the Claw to Constable. And he'll end up giving the Pupil's Gift, I think, to Tavo. Would be the one to give it to. So he's not going to give it to anybody just quite yet. There it goes. He's going to give it to Thorliker here.
Dire's bottom
To actually have some stats he can engage people with. There's a TA trap on the ground here. There's actually TA traps everywhere. It's the big thing about TA. You get that small little free vision, but it's literally a small little free bit of vision. No ping. They don't see the enemies, so they're going to go for this tower. And I don't think they're going to end up taking the bot outpost in the meantime, so it looks like Furia, they lose the tower there. They do get a top bounty, but they can't risk getting the other bounty. Thorliker will grab it. He's got the Blink Dagger online, the Force Staff about actually now. It's about 40 gold away.
Radiant's top
Furia, they can't stay around. Like, they know that their game is still very hard for them to have the comeback here. No ping. They're running over the game. They have the steamroll, but they're not steamrolling too hard at the moment. It's still 5 kills difference between the two, but I mean, we look at the towers, and No Ping have basically all their towers. They lost the bot tower, which is not really a very important tower for them to lose because the mid tower gives them the best amount of map domination. But the big thing is, Murdoch does have a Blink Dagger now. Tavo with a Haste Rune, trying to find anybody. Thorliker does manage to throw out the cocktail, and they do manage to get the jump on this TA. And he's just dead here. Murdoch goes down, the mortars are out, but he can't continue this. And Magnus trying to get in there to get the skewer on him, but can't quite find him. And I think they click these mid creeps. They might go for the tower here, or they're just, they're going to go top, actually, now that I think about it. They're going to push that top tower in, take the top outpost back, and work it out from there. Constable is going to continue to farm, and Chen is going to continue to get random miscellaneous items. But we see that Constable is calling in something from the courier. I'm going to go over to see what it is. It's just TPs. There's nothing important. Don't have to look at it. We're good. It's just TPs. I mean, yes, it is the cool wiener dog, though. Look at him go. It's a very cool courier. I love all the dog couriers. Yes, I see that it's just TPs. I'm well aware. I told you this. Looks like Constable, though. His next item is going to be a Scotty. Big fan of this one. A lot of move slow available. Yes, I'm aware he has 2 TP scrolls on him now. Anyway, he's got the Imp Claw. He wants to go for the Scotty next. It's going to be a pretty nice item, I'd say. Be able to hold it over for as much as he can. BKB now finished up on the Magnus, though. That's going to be a big power spike for him. That's going to give him more HP, more damage, and he's going to be even scarier of a boy. Mortars ain't going to do anything. Snapfire ultimate ain't going to do anything. Grimstoke ultimate can still latch, and Beastmaster can still roar, and TA can still right-click the hero, but, like, BKB helps. BKB helps a lot, and it looks like even TA is going to start going for the BKB. It's another very necessary thing. It allows you to walk out of arena. You can get out of the smoke clouds. You don't get slowed by the Chen Q. It's a 36% movement slow with 120% more attack on that target. You can't get out of Magnus RP. And you can't get not lassoed by Bat Rider, but you won't take any magic damage from him. Anyway, NoPing. They smoke up. It's just a 3-man smoke, actually. Rookie's already in Viz, so why would you smoke him? They jump in. They find the lasso on TA. This is huge. This is very important if they get the kill, but they tried to go in for the RP. They get the double. The mortars are going out. They can't quite get the jump, and Hiko does actually jump out. So this does now confirm my theory. You can do the little cookie outside of the arena. But even then, they got 2 kills, and they forced a buyback off of the Grimstroke. Instant buyback. It's not like there's a Roche up, though. They still have the Aegis, obviously, so there's not any crazy big pushes that are going to happen here. Never mind, it expired. But it's still going to be a while until the next Roche is possibly up. It's 2.5 minutes. So that's huge. It's a good pick off for them. Ricky running the top of the net worth. It's 13.9. We already talked about it. He's going for the Scotty. Big stat items, big stat boys. How are we doing on those Guardian Greaves on this Chen? Recipe might be coming in on the Courier. No, it looks like it's just wards. Looks like, again, all that secure damage as well. I just don't really know what Furia would have to do to kind of get the comeback here. I mean, I do actually know because that's what my job is. But they'd have to get like an amazing team fight every time. And we've seen a couple of those team fights. They had that pick off earlier where they actually managed to result in a couple of really good kills. And they'd have to do that like maybe 2 more times to get this. But like, it's 17-9, 16k net worth lead, and NoPing have superior initiation capabilities. Like, they have the blink on the Mars, they'll just drop the arena. They have the blink on the Magnus, they'll just drop the RP, which will be up in 30 seconds, which I imagine that's what NoPing are waiting for here because he tried to use the RP earlier. But there's just so many forms of initiation. The Mars is going to go Desolator as well, so they're going to go for some more minus armor in this game. And it's too good. It's too good. The Ricky already hits super hard. He's actually very, very close to getting this Scotty. He's going to have 1 piece away because he's got the other ultimate orb now. It's all the bounty runes being picked up too. These are all the 90 gold bounties, so 90 times 4. Good at math. It's like 300 something. I'm not good at math. I go to college for performing arts. Let me tell you how much math I do every day. I act like I'm good at math. That's how good I am at acting. Anyway, looks like a 4-staff will be next for KJ. Didn't end up finishing up his Guardian Greaves, but I think he's fine leaving him 2 separate at the moment. 90 times 4. I said 90 times 3 on accident. Anyway, looks like Lasso immediately out on the Beastmaster, bringing him in, and they're going to get sexy fat. He's just dead. Can't do much about that one. That's the Lasso, and you know what? Again, like I said earlier, superior initiation capabilities. Trying to skew her out. Slark, though, is not going to get him, and the creep wave is going to die to the good old Murdoch traps. See, now in this game, in comparison to the last game, we saw that Murdoch ended up being the mid Viper. But in this game, he's the mid TA, and it feels like this TA is giving a lot more space than the Viper was. And it just feels much stronger in comparison to just what they were running beforehand. And yeah, you can see they actually clean up the creep waves, but it's not going to be enough. He blinks out. They're just going to keep farming. There's a Sentry Ward on this low ground here, so possible when and if he gets revealed. Could just die it out here. They might be waiting for level 20, though. This gives them the blink start cast range, which gives them another form of initiation. but I think they're also waiting for the fact that Scotty is coming in on the courier for Costable right as we speak. So what other big items? We need some big items from our supports. And I think the big problem is that both supports on the side of FURIA, they don't need items. But some supports that need items are good supports. It's just... I mean, you see all the gold that is coming out on the side of FURIA. It's great. Like, their TA is third in the net worth. But then you think about the supports on the side of NoPing. You've got Batrider who jumps in, grabs lasso, blinks in, 4 steps out, and just yanks the kill. Easy peasy. You look at the Chen... He's got a mechanism. He's got Chen dominating creeps. Divine Favor for TPs. He's got Hand of God, which isn't that great, but still. It's just, it gives him the Hand of God deal and stuff like that. It's another heal. It's just there's so much that these supports on the side of NoPing are able to do in comparison to the supports on the side of FURIA. You got the Grimstork who ends up dropping Soulbind. Will get the double silence and do the Ink Swell so they have the stun. And then I guess you have the Snapfire with Mortimer's Kisses, but we've been seeing so many fights where it literally doesn't do anything. NoPing. They did smoke up. We are watching this at the moment. They thought that they could end up getting who was bottom at the moment, but TP is away at the time. It's not going to try and push too hard here. Radiant dropped the scan. They find nobody at the once existing location of the outposts. Now it's just some ugly looking stump. So NoPing will just rotate back out. Grab the illusion rune in the mid here. Ricky's going to go for a BKB next. I love it that people are just buying BKBs. It's so good. BKB is a great item. Anybody who says otherwise can at me on Reddit. I swear. If you think BKBs aren't a good item, you've got prob. AC will be next for the Magnus, though, as well. The Thorlurker looking for any heroes up in this top lane, but he can't quite find anybody. They just can't quite find anybody. That's actually really just it. Yes, thank you for that. It's just good. But it looks like it's the Roshan. They're going to take the Rosh. They're going to go ahead and take the Aegis. I imagine you're going to put Cheese on Tavo in this scenario, or Cheese on 4DR. Possible is probably the Aegis carrier. There's not anything that FURIA can really do about this. And checking to see if they're going to smoke, they're not. So this is just a very dead Roshan. Completely uncontested. Yeah, you take the Cheese. Oh, Cheese on Costable as well. Oh, no, there you go. Cheese on the ground. Cheese on the ground. Cheese on, there it is. Okay. Get the Cheese on Magnus instead. Now that he's got the AC as well, he's got spare space. And there's all that fun jazz there. 18 and 9. Radiant dropped the scan. They find nobody here, so they are going to take the Bounding Runes. Again, they control both of the outposts, and that's 550 XP. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of XP. That's a lot of cash. And Tavo, now with that being, he'll be 18. He'll have his level 3 arena now. It's got up for 7 seconds. The spear damage is increased to 250 inside the arena. Magnus will get to 21 with that. Chen is still 13. Ricky's 21. Batrider's still a little bit close to 18, but he's calling in the courier. Now it's got the other tome. They want to get this. And speaking of getting this, they are going to be able to get Sexy Fat here. They dropped the Roar. They didn't drop the Roar. They canceled it. Duster goes down. They have to buy back immediately. The cookie on RDO, though, might actually be a problem. They dropped the RP one-man, and though, it's going to be possible just clicking down RDO here. They can't get him out. Or Sexy Fat, I mean. Drop the reveal on Costable, though. He's got the Aegis. He's not really concerned about this. Slowed up by the TA trap. The shotgun's going to go out. Tavo trying to soak all of the projectiles here. And he's actually doing a very good job of soaking all the projectiles. This is such an insane ability, Bulwark. Just Mars eating all of these. Now he comes in, tries to get the arena, but can't quite get it. He does find RDO, but RDO does have a BKB, jumps out immediately. And 4DR trying to find a good skewer, can't quite get it. RDO still running moderately low HP, has to be very careful here. BKB off cooldown now. They dropped the Ricky, dropped the Ricky pop down here. They are going to keep going, though. Murdoch is in very low trouble here. He has buyback with no BKB. What are you going to do? They lose one. They lose the Aegis, but it's not going to be enough. The Hand of God, like I was saying, there's so much that these NoPing supports can do. And they'll just disengage. They've taken the mid-brax. They've gotten buybacks that they wanted. And they're going to keep going. Tavo's just going to keep soaking all these tower shots. Which, anyway, the tower is targeting him anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But they're going to keep on clicking down. NoPing again. They're taking their advantages, and they're going ham with it. There is backdoor protection now, though, because there are creeps in the mid, but off on the sidelines here. Being a little bit cocky on the Magnus here. They are going to X-Ping himself, but Constable will still get the kill on Hiko outside the base. And it looks like Murdoch, they're going to throw the GG. Furia, again, just want nothing to do with this game, and they're going to kill off the TA at the last second. Tavo throwing up the arena, nothing happening. The celebration gongs going out. This game is over. NoPing take the series 2-0, and there's still games left to do. It is a best of 5, but still. 2 games out on the other side, you don't want to be 3-0'd. Furia, it's just, they looked very, very dominant during the close qualifiers of the LA and during some of the close qualifiers during the earlier stages of today. Because obviously they're in the upper bracket and they stayed here, but NoPing, they must be playing on a whole entire different level because they're just going through these games so quickly and they're executing this with maximum map control and just taking every advantage they could get. And they know how to use it. They know how to use it right. Look at that. Gospel has so much gold. He is 12-1. He died a single time. He has 277 last hits. He has an Imclaw. He's dealt 20k hero damage. And you wouldn't even think he's the reason why they're winning. No, it's Ricky was not the reason why. It was the big 4-man RP outside that area where they got that first kill, but then Magnus came in, dropped the 4-man RP. Everyone died. They got the Roshan, they went in, and they went from there. You got the Mars arenas as well that did so much damage overall. And here's our net worth as well. It's just crazy going up. You could see that for the longest period of time, there was no real way for them to catch up on the net worth. You could see almost, again, the whole entire time. You had your Ricky leading almost the whole entire time. You were actually contesting with your own Magnus. There was one point in time where the TA was a little bit there, but just couldn't quite get the jump. These Blink Daggers timings were insane as well. Here's the big thing. Murdoch, it took him a long time to get that Desolator, but he got the Blink Dagger shortly after. But it was 15 minutes once you got your big item on TA. And by that time, Constable already had a Diffusal. There was already a mech on the Chen. A Blink Dagger for Magnus appeared before the Blink Dagger for TA. There was a Blink Dagger on your Mars, and there was a Blink Dagger on your Bat Rider also before the TA had Blink Dagger. It's just all these core items came out on the side of NoPing insanely quicker than anyone else. And it benefited them immensely in the end. I'm looking at Chin. He's got so many awards on this map at the moment. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is a best of 5. They still have a very decent chance. Yeah, look at all those awards. 12 and then 22 centuries. And that's only 1900 because Thor the Crew bought a gem as well. So that's why it has the big chunk for him. But still, overall, it's just, there was so much that NoPing were able to do with their supports in comparison to what Furia supports could do. But with that being said, it is a best of 5. The Furia have a chance to take a game off of NoPing and not get 3-0'd in this overall series. There is a chance, and they could do it. We've seen them play. They're pretty good players. But we'll let the games decide in the future as the lobby is up and we're ready to go. So with that being said, stay tuned. Next game right around the corner.